Let's give the people what they came for.
I'm sorry that you had to see that, Yukio.
Oof, that's early. 4:15. Oof. I don't know how she does it. And I don't know how like Fozzie, do they sleep? Does Fozzie sleep too?
I feel like they don't.
Huh?
And I feel like they don't.
Hey everybody, how are y'all doing? Welcome to American Courts. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna see what we can do. So welcome to the show. It's showtime. Thank you everybody for showing up. Thank you everybody for coming out. A lot has been going on. A lot's been happening. I'm gonna try to give an intro first without really looking at the comments. Y'all been great on the comments. A lot of comments, and I appreciate it. I appreciate a lot of the support. I've got a few little videos on here that'll kind of help show everything what's going on, but I just want to let everybody know that I thank you all. Thank you for just being awesome. A lot of great comments. A lot of people reach out for the concern. My family's great. No one's in the hospital. No one's hurt. No one's falling apart. This is a small glitch. It's a bump in the road. It's a learning curve. I see a lot of these things as education, and oh hell, this has been education. This has been certainly right there with it. I'm gonna show a couple videos to give people a chance to understand. Thank you, Linus, so much. It's 6 hours later, so it's 3 a.m. over there with the wooden shoes. 3 a.m. That is a late night. That's a late night. Hey, we've got great mods. I got the buy me a coffee link thing on there to help out the mods. It's going to help out the 2 regular mods. Sorry, Fozzie and the rest of y'all. That's a, it only stretches so far, and these ladies have put in a lot of time, a lot of effort into the channel, and so we're going to get our channel back probably Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm hoping to have it back, and a couple of weeks after that, I'll be able to monetize again if everything goes well. YouTube runs the show, so they make the rules. And if everything goes well and I'm able to monetize, we'll be able to do memberships, and we'll have merch and stuff like that. We've got merch ideas and all, but it's hard to buy it whenever you're not monetized because they don't want to put a store on your page. And so, but we'll certainly get there. I see that Lions Head support. Come on, thank you. Legal. I'm 45 years old, and I've been shaving my head since I was 12 years old. My mom decided to punish me for cutting my little sister's hair by shaving my head, and I liked it and kept it up. And now that I'm older, I started to realize how much of a psycho I looked being a 12-year-old in school with a shaved head. But yeah, you can't really change your past, so we'll just go from there. Got a lot of neat little videos here. I'm gonna start off with a lady who I got the video first from Jay, and then I got the video from Meg from Meg's Crime Watch, who's been great. Oh, by the way, she's been awesome helping me navigate the system. She knows how to get through a lot of that, and she helped me. Imagine Twitter is the best place to get a hold of YouTube. You can't get a hold of YouTube on YouTube, but you can get a hold of YouTube on Twitter. I would have never thought about it, but Meg had all those resources. Jen Hardy was my spiritual animal. She gave me the shoulder to cry on. And of course the mods were great. They stuck with me through it, and Human Knoxville for 8 years. I'll never surrender. Haha, got it. But we're going to gonna show you a video of a lady. I'll put the link in the description. It's worth it to go check out her channel and support her also. But her story sounded exactly like mine. I actually watched it before mine happened. Never thought nothing of it, just ignored it. It was just like any other YouTube video. And then whenever it happened and Meg actually sent me that video, I was like, oh, hell, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened with mine. And I'll even show you all the emails. I'll even show you all some of what happened on it. So it's going to be an interesting show. It's not going to have a lot of court. I actually have 1 or 2 court cases. And you know how odd it is to look at a comment to see American court tell me it's going to be okay? We got to figure that out, Jay. That's weird. All right, well, here we go. We're going to go into a video.
Well, this is a video that I never expected to have to make, but I'm going to make it. For those of you who don't know me from Adam, and you maybe clicked on this video because of the title, my name is Mary. I run and own a website called therosehomestead.com, and until 2 days ago, I had a thriving YouTube channel with almost 63,000 subscribers, and it was hijacked and it is gone. YouTube has been of no help. Google has been of no help. No one will talk to me. No one has tried to help, and I have exhausted myself to a point of I just can't anymore. And so I decided to make a new YouTube channel with the same name and upload all of my old content to that channel. Sorry for the noise, traffic. But I want to tell you how it happened really quickly. I had received an email, not to my spam folder or junk. It was to my main email about a sponsored video. I got those a lot. Daily, I would get emails asking about doing sponsored posts. This one looked completely legitimate. Everything was completely legitimate. Nothing threw me or looked weird. And even working out the sponsorship amount, everything was normal.
All right, so that sounds about the same, right? That sounds about exactly like what happened with mine. Almost to the exact words. And I feel for her. I feel for her. Whenever I first watched it, my heart broke for her. It was just a sad, sad story. But, just like with everything else and all other types of crimes like that, you always feel not you. It's going to be someone else. It's going to be that other one that doesn't understand how to open up emails right. I'm pretty good at opening up emails. I open them up every day for work. I deal with emails from China. I deal with emails from Europe. I deal with emails all over. And until then, I thought I had this one figured out. I thought it made no sense. Everything made sense. I didn't click on her email there, but it looked right. I'm in the end, I don't know how to spell everything right, so I don't expect everything to be spelled right. It was a Windows program, and of course, it being a Windows program, I of course know, I don't know anything about Windows. I use a Mac for most everything. I use a Windows program for a little bit for work, but I don't really pay any attention to it. In the end, I'm trying to do my job, and like I said, I'm a Mac guy. It always works for me to run Macs, and so I decided I'd try the program, and that's what happened there. So here we go on this. So looking at what I did, how they got me. Let me get my face out of the way for y'all. So it was a simple product, just a video editing software, realistic money, nothing out of line for what they asked for. There was no pressure. I hadn't done anything besides look at the material. All of them come in a zip file. All of them come with videos and a contract for you to look over and sign if you like. So I looked over So I looked over it, and it looked like it made sense to me. So, why not? So I looked at what can I do differently next time. I don't know. I've got a lot to learn. I'll update it as it goes. My channel is an open book. I'll talk about anything. I'll talk about any suggestions people have, any questions people have. Heard a lot of comments. You guys are knocking it out. There's my buddy Jen. She said she watched your show the video last week. Now this is what's odd. In my life, I can name about 7 or 8 people that lady's video got to. YouTube is either loving her and sending out her video everywhere, or else it's just it's a coincidence, or something was telling me something, and I just was too dumb to listen. And so we'll get it back. I believe I'll get my channel back. I believe everything's going to be okay. And if it's not, y'all are going to get to see me run it up again. I promise you, I'll run it up. I promise you, I'll put in the work to do it, and we're gonna get there. Trying to get through some of these comments here. Thank you so much, everyone. Throw the goat. Never trust throw the goat. Thanks for coming out. Never trust an email saying they're from a business that uses a Gmail account. There are a ton of those. I know here in America. I know a lot of them that use Gmail accounts. I know how susceptible they are to being stolen. I know the only way that you can prove who you are is by logging into your Gmail, and that makes no sense at all. That makes no sense, but that's how they're. But I completely agree with you, Throw the Goat. But there's just so many that do. There's so many that run that, and hers wasn't a Gmail account. Also, mine was. Mine was in order to have the YouTube channel. I put it on a Gmail account. And what makes it interesting was the email account that was tied to the channel is not the email account that they were emailing me on. They knew exactly how to get it, and they knew exactly what they were doing. Everything happened within the exact minute. So I'm convinced it was a computer that did it. I just don't think a human can act that fast. But I'm not a tech person, obviously. It'd be a really hard sell to tell someone that I'm a tech person. And Lina says, those links are devious. They made me lose my Instagram, but I had an option for Face ID that saved me. That's what I'm hoping is saving me, because whenever I first got monetized on YouTube, they made me take a video. I had to turn different directions, look different directions, and everything seemed fine. They made me look up and down, side and side, and they did it for a while, and so now I'm hoping that it's going to save me. I'm hoping it's going to go for it. But Throw the Goat, we got cybersecurity training as part of our work. We have to do this every 6 months. That's smart. That's smart, and to keep up with it. I know. Someone's going to be talking with me. Someone's going to be looking at it as far as they worked in cybersecurity with the military, and so we'll see maybe what we can get on that. And there's Jen saying that's a weird coincidence. I just hope my videos can get distributed like hers do. So that's great. Did a referring to the nap? I'll be up all night. All right, Jasmine. Thank you for staying up with us. That's awesome. I would post American Courts post up there, but she's cussing tonight, so I'll stay out of that one. Build needs hours watch. If you can open up a browser and play videos from the channel in the background. Tomorrow I'm going to put up a lot of long form videos. Right now I've just got a couple of shorts on there, but once I get the long form videos up there, that'd be great if y'all can watch it. In the end, watch it like the normal would. I've been very fortunate on YouTube. I've had great support on it, so I believe it'll work its way through. Is exactly what. Yeah, and in Linus, I don't know anything about Instagram. I'm kind of lost when it comes to Instagram. In fact, whenever I had to get on Twitter to talk to YouTube, I thought Meg was out of her mind. I thought she was crazy that Twitter would be the best way to get up with YouTube. But they responded. They probably responded back within 10 minutes. Jay, if you can make about 100 videos and throw them up tonight, that would be great. I'll check back in with you about 10 o'clock. All right. Comment as well. Yep, that'll help the distribution. Liking will. Again, I'm bad at mentioning it, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell everybody. Yes, we do have a buy me a coffee link for the mods. They put in a lot of work, and it'd be great to hook them up with a reward. When we get monetized, we hope to be having shirts and all that stuff that we can give away, and that'll be great. Right now, the only company really in the game is a company called Spring. And you're going to spring $25 or $30 for a T-shirt, and that doesn't make any sense. It's hard for me to buy a T-shirt for $20 to sell to you for $23 or $24 and then give YouTube a piece of it. So I'm going to show us a short court video. This court video is important to me. I've talked about it with Jamie a few times. This video is important. It's a short one with Judge Oakley. Early morning before the court. Judge isn't even in, and a woman's having such a hard time. The judge comes in, and he decides he's going to figure it out, and he's going to talk with her and settle it up. After that, I've got a news story. It's a funny little news story. We talk about Judge Oakley and him being I'm sorry, I have a hard time. I can't read and talk at the same time, and I can't text and talk at the same time. My brain just stops. But the news clips is about judges not acting right. Judge Oakley is known to let out a cuss word every now and again, but I don't believe he has any bad intentions about it. I believe he's doing it to get someone's attention. I believe he's doing it to try to get through to the person. This news clip will probably be a little bit different. We'll discuss it then. I'm gonna go ahead and show you that news clips, because if I don't, or I'm gonna go ahead and show the court clip, because if I don't, we'll never make it. So here we go. It's Judge Oakley.
Good morning, Miss Elijah.
Good morning. Can you hear me okay?
I sure can.
So for the motion for Mr. Johnson, my understanding is the baby is now home.
Mhm.
And so it's a moot motion.
It's a moot motion. Okay, so we don't need to have it today?
I don't believe so. I see Miss Hansen's in the Zoom room. She's the complainant.
Correct.
So Mr. Johnson is at work right now.
All right.
So I don't think we need to hold the motion. No.
All right. So I'll let the judge know that we didn't need to have it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Ms. Hansen, you can sign off.
No, I have a question.
Okay.
I'm made to come here, and now the court date's unnecessary because he's at work.
It's not
This
because he's
man-
at work. This had to do with because the child was in the hospital, and it was a motion to change the bond so that he was able to go to the hospital. Now
Yeah, but the problem is he assaulted me in the hospital. The problem is he is still contacting me through text and calling my phone, and it's a no contact order. I reached out and told him our son was sick. I invited him to come. He called his lawyer and asked to put in a motion. She advised him not to come. I said, Eric, if you want to come, as long as we keep it respectful. You couldn't keep it respectful. He could not make it about me, asking me who I'm sleeping with and this and that, calling me bitches, and it never ends. I will email the court screenshots of texts and missed calls. When is it enough? And he's still in the hospital calling my son a little nigga and this and that. Like, even when we're not sure if he has lupus, you do not talk to my son with the utmost respect. So the
Ms.
fact
Hansen,
that
the judge is going to come out and speak to you. So if you just want to hold on a minute, okay?
okay. This is ridiculous.
Boy, isn't that a big head? Hey, Through the Goat, you were asking some questions about that. At 11:17 in the morning, the channel was taken. By noon, it was a Bitcoin channel. By 2 or 3 in the afternoon, it was Donald Trump and Elon Musk selling Bitcoin. So if you go on it, it would look like a fundraiser for Donald Trump with Elon Musk speaking, and they'd tell you to go to a website and buy Bitcoin, and they'd give you a big discount on it and all that. So they were scamming other people also. I've got a feeling that it's all computer generated. You know, the president and Elon Musk weren't on stage together selling Bitcoin. I think it's just a scam. You know, they probably, the person who stole my channel probably sold it off to this company, and that company maybe, you know, scammed a bunch of people before it got shut down. So in the end, they probably made back their money tenfold. And YouTube is able to kind of catch it. And they asked me what video was the last video I put up. And so I got a good feeling that they back up the channels, and I'm hoping I'll be able to have my channel back, you know, with all my videos present. Fozzie had brought up a good point. It's showing that he's not subscribed to the channel. So I may come back to 137,000 subscribers like I had when it left, or I may come back to 0 subscribers. If I come back with 0 subscribers, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. We built up pretty fast, and with that, and to mention on that, I probably got a dozen people over the time. You know, different channels. I've had different channels reach out to me and ask me, you know, how was I growing so fast? How was I doing it? I've had people argue with me about buying subscriptions. I've had very friendly people to me asking me about buying subscription because they're just trying to understand how did it grow so fast. Subscriptions are cheap to buy, but the AI is smart to catch it. And I don't believe that you can make any money doing that. I don't understand why you would do that unless your job was to build up a channel to flip it, to scam someone else out of something. You know, you spend $1,000 to buy 100,000 subscribers, and then you sell off the channel to some idiot who thinks they're going to get monetized, and they're not going to be able to get monetized. Or I say idiot, I don't mean to call him an idiot, but if you're doing your program by a scam and you get scammed, you somewhat get what you deserve. You somewhat asked for it. And so I'm going to go ahead and finish this. Never saw the Olympics. Yeah, it was always Bitcoin for me also there. But Donald, you did some bike riding today, or at least yesterday or today. I think it was today. You was talking about getting up to 39 miles an hour. I think at 39 miles an hour would be me as I'm falling off the bike and sliding down the hill. So congratulations on that. I'm going to get back to this video. It gets better whenever the judge comes out and starts talking with the mom, and the mom will show up on the screen. All right.
Mr. Mansour, do you need to speak to the prosecutor?
Yes, please.
All right, I'll put you in.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Miss Elijah.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Do we have Mr. Johnson or not?
No, Your Honor. Mr. Johnson is at work. He's not able to get away from work. But
Okay.
my understanding is the baby is home from the hospital. And so my
Good.
motion to allow Mr. Johnson to visit the baby in the hospital is moot. Ms. Hanson is still here because she has complaints.
All right, Miss Hanson, do you have a camera you can activate?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so yeah, I reached out. Our son may still have cancer or lupus. We are out of the
Okay,
hospital.
hold on. I'm having trouble understanding you.
Oh my God.
Your audio's pretty garbled for me right now. I understood you reached out, and then after that, it got kind of messy.
So I reached out on Sunday saying like, we're in the hospital. I didn't have to do that. My son still may have kidney problems and lupus. We don't know what the hell is going on. My problem is your lawyer advised you not to come. I said, Eric, you should listen to your lawyer. But if you do come, when you get here, it is nothing but respect, or don't come. He comes, it's nothing about my child. Does he care about? It's who I'm sleeping with, calling me bitches, throwing shit at me. I can't tell you how many times I've had to grip up my son and take him to a nursing station. Still to this day, even last night and the day before that, he is texting me and calling me, and there's a no contact order. And it's not even about my child. I tried to be a good person. I try to meet in some way for our son, and it's never enough. I will never send out a text again. It doesn't just need to be mute. I need a PPO, which I'm gonna have to go downtown and fill out. It doesn't matter how many times you get charged with domestic violence, he will never stop.
Of course.
Something needs to happen here. How long am I
Right.
supposed to go on without peace? And he's in the hospital still calling my child a little nigga and this and that and me bitches, and it's just, he's not okay. He needs an evaluation and he probably needs some medication. He's not a horrible person. He can just not control himself. And no one's listening enough. Jail is not the answer. He needs help.
Okay, anything else?
No, and I'm sorry
All right.
that that was a bit
So
much.
Ms. Tiroli doesn't work today. I'll ask her to contact you tomorrow and we'll schedule a probation violation hearing where we'll deal with everything you just told me.
But I really don't want to come. I don't want to deal anymore.
Okay, well, you can't have
I'm
it
just
both
telling you
ways.
guys what happened. I don't want to come. I don't want to do this anymore.
Once again, you can't have it both ways. If you want to make allegations against him, you're going to have to be here to establish those allegations
You know what?
at a hearing.
I understand that. I don't want to come anymore. CPS is already involved and they're on my team. So I'm not going to keep losing sleep. I got off at 5 a.m. I'm demanded to come at court at 8:30 and he's not even here. So just
All right, then,
no worries.
well, he didn't have to be here for what was scheduled today.
But I had to be.
Yeah, because you're not represented by an attorney. He is.
Okay.
That's just the way the system works.
And,
So I'll make a note in the file that you had some allegations of probation violations, but you refused to show up in court and deal with them.
And then if you guys want text messages and missed calls, I'll screenshot it and email, but I'm not showing up anymore.
Well, that's not the way it works, ma'am. That's not the way it works. Your emails can't
And the
testify
system
for
is
you.
broken. I have a newborn baby. I work till 5 a.m.
Okay.
I am constantly losing sleep and being pestered for a system that doesn't work for me. So I'm okay. I will not show. Put that down. Don't ask me to come anymore. Don't protect
Okay.
me. I don't care. Have a good day.
Okay. Well, I guess that sums it up, Miss Elijah.
Well, thank you, Judge. Sorry for bringing all the drama to your courtroom this morning, but have a good rest of your day.
Oh, it's just a Monday.
All right. So that's one of my favorite videos with Judge Oakley. Whenever I put out that video, it was I messed up on that video because I made the comment, she asked him to come to the hospital. That's not saying she deserved to get beaten. That's not saying she deserved to get hit. But if you're in a relationship with somebody who's hitting you or abusing you, it doesn't matter if you have a child with that person. You know, when they hit you, they no longer have rights to that kid. They no longer, you know, if in my world, you can't hit a woman and think that you're still a father. You know, you're broken. And for the court side of it, you know, the judge said, we'll set him up for a violation of bond hearing. You know, a violation of bond hearing. And she said, no, he needs help. He doesn't need to go to jail. Well, the courts don't have a lot of options there. The cops, you know, have to figure it out. But I messed up whenever I said it on there, and I need to learn to be more sensitive. I feel for the lady. She's certainly the victim in all of this. And she's trying to help him but you know, you can't make a boy be a man. You can't make a boy be a father. If he's going to hit on you, you know, in the end, your kid doesn't need to see that. The judge doesn't understand what she's having to deal with. No, not at all. The judge can't understand what she's going through. And in reality, none of us can either. You know, her issues are hers, and you know, she needs as much support as possible, but she's got to follow the process. And in Florida, we have victims advocates. I don't know if they have those in Michigan. I don't really hear a lot about it. But in Florida, most of the time you have have a person that's assigned to you, and that person will show up in court for you, and that person will, pretty much be your advocate there. In the system, the defendant gets a lawyer, but the victim doesn't get a lawyer. And so, Victoria wants her friend Ben. I know Ben, him and the Dover boys, they used to come over to the house and play. So Ben Dover, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, Ben. And so, American Court of Social Legal Fiction saying he's getting confused. I think Jay is just switching from one profile to another. I think she's just having a blast with it. I think she's a mess. I don't get it, but yep, Ben was a good old guy, and so I'm gonna show you a couple of news clips. I love these news clips. I wish I could do a show. Biggin does his show with the police chases and all that. I wish I could just do a show on the craziness in the news. You see public officials get in trouble, but you never really hear. But you never really hear the follow up on it. Every time a public official goes to a first appearance, hint, Victoria, you never really get to hear the follow up on it, and so you never get to hear what's going on with it. But I'm gonna just go ahead and show those, and we'll move on to the next part.
From Las Vegas locals complaining about how they're treated in family court. But Judge Mary Perry's ongoing pattern of judicial misconduct caught the attention of the Nevada Commission on Judicial Discipline. And now she's facing a public censure, which is a formal statement of disapproval. In newly published records, Judge Perry admits to multiple violations of the state code of judicial conduct, undermining public confidence that she can be fair, impartial, and properly rule on cases. The commission found that in a divorce and child custody case where the parties are not named, Judge Perry was disrespectful, using profanity and demeaning and insulting both parents. She set aside a divorce decree that had already been approved by a senior judge and refused to hear arguments about it. Recordings from the case reviewed by the commission show Judge Perry yelling and cursing at the father. She asked one of the parents, "Are you a psycho? That's a yes or no," and said, "Your children deserve a lot better than both of you. I'm going to take her home with me and neither one of you will see her." Regarding the son, she said, "I'm surprised he's spending any time with either one of you because neither one of you are worth it at this point."
It don't work. He does not want to be in the room with her. He does not want to look at her, and I'm not going to force him to. What part of that is not understood?
In another divorce case, the commission found Perry was hostile to one of the parties, appeared visibly agitated and angry, and refused requests to allow testimony or argument. In that case, after the divorce was settled, Judge Perry put on the record whose side she would have ruled on, saying she was doing so to prevent possible future bankruptcy fraud involving property. But the commission said she had no legal basis to do that and that her statements should have remained confidential. Although Perry admitted to improper and unprofessional conduct, she told the commission her behavior could have partly been the result of taking certain medications for health conditions that she is facing. In a statement to 13 Investigates, Perry wrote, "I have gained new insight from my experience with the commission. I intend to use this experience to enhance my skills to preside over challenging cases and better serve families in our community." Perry agreed to the public censure and a 30-day suspension without pay, but that was put on hold for a year while she's on probation and undergoes remedial training. According to her bio on the district court website, Judge Perry is a veteran who served 8.5 years in the U.S. Air Force. She attended UNLV and got her law degree there too, becoming a family court judge in 2021. Her term ends January 4th, 2027.
This judge here was seen cursing in the courtroom and is facing disciplinary action once again. We're learning the state agency who has been looking into his conduct is recommending he be suspended, but it will be up to the Florida Supreme Court to decide what happens next. News 6 reporter Catherine Silver is in Seminole County with this update.
This document is the newly filed recommendations from the Judicial Qualifications Commission. It recommends a 60-day suspension for Judge Wayne Culver, public reprimand, and continued anger management. If that sounds familiar, it's because it is. This is the second time that Judge Culver has faced suspension for his behavior on the bench. Video shows a man enter the courtroom and start looking for a seat, and then...
Sir, I'm doing something. Can you shut up and sit down?
This is from 2022.
That's not shutting up. You want to be held in contempt and go to jail? I asked you a f***ing question.
After several events during a 2.5-week period, it seemed Judge Wayne Culver would likely be disciplined. But when the commission tasked with investigating allegations of judicial misconduct recommended suspension, the Florida Supreme Court rejected it. That led to a hearing in April where Judge Culver himself admitted he did not act in the proper way. He voluntarily completed a 12-hour anger management course and sought mental health counseling. Since then, we've been waiting for the commission to come out with their new report. In it, they write Judge Culver's actions were more reminiscent of a playground bully.
You want to be held in contempt and go to jail?
More than 2 years later, this discipline case is still not over. It will be up to the Supreme Court once again.
All right. I'm going to take off that little ticker on the bottom that says free Bitcoin to the first 100 callers. We still got the MyPillow guy giving away free pillows though, so make sure you get those. That's going to be it for tonight. I didn't have a lot planned because I've got a lot going on. In the end, I'm trying to make some videos. Trying to look like that was American Courts a second ago. Anyways, we're going to do our best to make sure that we provide more videos on this channel. We're going to just continue working on this channel as if American Courts is not coming back. I don't look backwards. I look forward. In fact, whenever all this first happened, I texted Jen and just told her I was in a panic. I called my wife, told my wife about it, and then I immediately started working on another channel. I'm not the type to look backwards. We're going to get forward on it, but in the end, this is a minor setback. This is just a glitch in the system. Other people have lost their channels. Other people that their whole family, all the other people that their whole families was living on. Jasmine talked about 2007, her being old. I think I was on my second or third career by 2007. So who are you calling old? I don't know. Sounds like a kid to me. Victoria calling him Sir cusses a lot. Yeah. Judges in Florida are different. They're certainly they're not that guy's certainly an extreme, but Florida judges are pretty blunt about stuff. They're pretty down to earth. A lot of people talk about Judge Fleischer going into court without a robe on. In Florida. Unless you're in a real hearing, most of the time you'll meet with the judge in a polo shirt. Everybody's seen Judge Van in Panama City, wearing a polo shirt. So, Jen Hardy saying, everybody have a great night. EGBOK. Don't have a clue what that means. Don't have a clue. Say like Yoga Pants talking about, imagine what happened before cameras were so prevalent in courtrooms. I love cameras in courts. I love cameras in courts. I think that's what's necessary to create a more fair system. Imagine how many people were getting beat by police officers before there was body cameras. You've got 95, 99% of the police officers are good people, but you always got that one yahoo that's going to take advantage. You've always got the one that's going to steal from the defendant. And so, having cameras is a good thing. It provides that transparency. And if nothing else, it lets you know that you don't want to show up in court. Fozzie, thank you, Bill. We got your back. All right, we're gonna joke and call Fozzie the first moderator on this channel. He's the first one. Donald, thank you, Donald. We're gonna knock it out of the park, man. We're gonna do great. Thank you very much for being here. Yep. Thank you, Jay, for saying that. Yep. Linus, we had to keep you up. I wanted to know about the wooden shoes, and I'm way too lazy to Google it. In the end, I don't really trust Google because a lot of times Google is not the most accurate, but I'm quite certain there's got to be a story behind the wooden shoes. If I deal with a judge like that, I'd be stuck like Chuck, so let me never visit court. Nope, don't go to court. Jasmine, I'm assuming you're young, Jasmine. You talk like you're young, but I definitely don't go to court. If you do have to go to court, if you have to sell everything you have a lawyer. If you have to sell everything, because if you don't have a lawyer, you're going to end up losing everything anyways. And so I'm going to run through these real quick, and we're going to get out of here because it's about that time of night. I'm old. I like to go to bed. Judge Fleischer would never cover up his drip with a basic black robe. Hey, Victoria, I'm sure there's a picture floating around somewhere of him in a black robe. I'm certain if that picture showed up, nobody would know how it came into possession with me. So, wink, wink, nod, nod. And if you need to, you can send the picture to Spade and she'll filter it to me. She'll get it to me. Fozzie is the beer mod. I don't believe Fozzie. Do you drink? I don't know. I don't know if Fozzie drinks. It's history. You should Google it. I will, Linus. I will, because I didn't, be honest with you, Linus, I didn't even know it's true. I didn't even know if it really happens, but we will check that out. Look at there, Victoria covering for her boss. That's why she's got such a good job there. She covers. She covers one in each hand, Bill. There you go. Judge Fleischer will be coming in the court on fire with his outfits. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out. And, tomorrow I'll have some more videos up. And yep, Fozzie never drinks. All right. Y'all have a great night.
Let's give the people what they came for.
I'm sorry that you had to see that, Yukio.